Peace and love, spread love, not hate. It's your boy Chef Disaster Plate Prevention coming at you with another episode of Surviving Love. And on this episode, it's cuffing season. You know what I'm saying? For the love for convenience. And thugs need love too. You know what I mean? To simp or not to simp. Some people, have the wrong ideas about two of the topics in this title. One being thug and the other being simp. Now I'm here to say I'm both of them. You know what I'm saying? With no hesitation at all. So tonight I'm gonna get into it a little bit. It's cuffing season. If you ain't got nobody, you know what I'm saying. Right now you're looking for somebody. If you're in the in the game, if that's what you're doing, well, this is the place you want to be right now. So let's get into it. Smash that like button on your way in. I appreciate you. It's cuffing season. Let's go. Thugs need love too.
14th Street behind me, you know what I'm saying? My niggas with me. Skateboard, man. My man Al. Free Al Goonie. Only reason you don't see the live is cops outside. Oh, they made us take it in the building. Somebody, real nigga. He must have in my too. Word. Yeah.
There's a song that is in my nightstand. I should call it a nightmare. Cause I've been getting there too long. Did you think that I was fine? It's cooking with the next guy. But she could suck it so good that I'ma call her anyway and say I'm that nigga that you love so bad. And since I've been smashing that ass got fat, I know I'm that nigga when I come around. If your man keep frontin', I'ma lay him down. Oh.
Are you high right now?
I'm just saying this one down.
Right.
Cause ain't no nigga gonna play.
Right.
I'm just saying this one down. I'm about to go home.
Right. Whatever. Right. Come on, what?
All my niggas in here. Cause she ain't got time to get nasty no more. Just fight till the morning. Girl, a nigga, you ain't his boy. But she can do it so good that I'ma call her anyway and say I'm that nigga that you love so bad. And since I've been smashing that ass got flat, I know I'm that nigga when I come around. If your man keeps fighting, I'm gonna lay him down. Oh.
Are you high right now?
I'm just saying this whatever.
Right.
Ain't no nigga gonna find you.
Right.
I'm just saying this whatever. Oh, I'm about to.
I think I'm addicted to pulling triggers and putting bullets inside that revolver train. These niggas be thinking cause I be singing, I be playing till I got to come and lay a nigga down. You know to say Tim caught a body, yeah, Tim caught a body. Niggas was frontin', so Tim caught a body. I got the pumping, then dumping the shoddy. I clear these niggas all out in the lobby. I'm about to mix that with me. Too many niggas been frontin' on me. They must not know that this nigga's a G. But these bitch niggas might know my last name. Mr. Booty that I'm moving cocaine. I'll leave a bullet lodged in his brain. Then go back to just doing my thing. Light up that style like shit is nothing. Hold on, nigga, what's up? You been talking crazy, nigga. That'll get you hit up. That'll get you sprayed
Sprayed on.
on. You
That'll get you sprayed on. Come on now. Peace and love, for love now. Hate. Thugs we love too. Don't get mad because thugs we love too. Don't get mad. Thugs need love too. Yo, what up, my good brother Chris? Yo, hit them numbers up, brother. Appreciate you coming through tonight too. DJ Morris, I see you. We're gonna get to the roll call. Thugs need love too. Let's get into it. Smash that like button. Don't forget to smash that like button. I need you to do me a favor when I'm giving you good energy. I need you to at least match my energy. You know what I'm saying? Tell them they gotta match your energy. They not matching your energy, then tell them move on. They not for you. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into it. Uh huh. Let's go. Let the folks roll up on here. Socially Battle TV with your boy
Yeah,
Chef
yeah,
Disaster.
yeah,
Happy
hey,
Saturday.
yeah,
Let's get it.
yeah. I heard that she loyal. I heard that she loyal. I heard that she working. I heard that she for you. I heard she pull on you. I heard she got money. I heard she got time. I heard that she fly. I heard she got patience. She taking her time. She keep her appointment. She keep her appointments. I had to take. I heard that she got her house, but she don't need to stay in my place. I heard that she just want love and affection. She don't want no case. I heard that she just want honesty. Too many lies to her face. Then man, that's okay. Whoa, I get it. Whoa, I beat it. Whoa, let's get it. Whoa, I beat it. She gon' match my fly. She gon' be down to ride. She gon' take a shot from me, man, if she's satisfied. When I'm getting to the money, am I on her mind? When I lit up on the phone, man, is she gonna smile? Yeah, yeah. I heard if I give her a chance, she gon' take it and run up some digits. I heard that she worried the type that gon' make you gon' call her your miss. I heard she the type that take care of her, make sure you about family business. I heard she the type you can spoil, you spend her, won't check it, won't miss it. The type that you could die in old age. The type that you could put up in a race. The type that you could spend a whole day with. Been I'm looking for her, she run away. Heard that she the type that help you get to pray. Heard that she the type that need with you to pray. Heard that she a little smarter, never bad. And he said, I get it. Oh, I beat it. Oh, let's get it. Oh, I beat it. She gon' match my fly. She gon' be down to ride. She gon' take a shot from me, man, if she's satisfied. When I'm getting to the money, am I on her mind? When I lit up on the phone, man, is she gonna smile? Yeah, yeah. You a lifeline. Better yet, girl, you my lifetime. I say follow me, baby, you follow me, baby. And baby girl, ain't no damn guidelines. When I step out, it's a movie. When we step out, need a sequel. Now your ex watching me like a goofy. Heard he sitting front row at the Regal. I like a little attitude, baby, show gratitude. Like how them New Yorkers do on 8th Avenue. Hey, how we different? Our difference make difference. And when you around, yeah, your difference no interest. Cause we up, they snooze. He shots, make do. It's that time, make room. But her, my boo. I get it. Whoa, I bid. Whoa, let's get it. Whoa, I bid. She gon' match my fly. She gon' be down to ride. She gon' take a shot from me, man, if she's satisfied. When I'm getting to the money, am I on her mind? When I lit up on the phone, man, is she gonna smile? Yeah, yeah.
Hey, I get it. I get that you're here with your boy Chef Disaster Play Prevention. Appreciate you sitting through the music for a little bit. You know, the intro is to allow people to, first and foremost, get the notifications and come to the stream. For some reason, It don't seem to be working as good, but we still get the show going on. You know what I'm saying? And secondly, it's to set the mood. It's a build up to the content. You know what I'm saying? Most of the songs go with the topic. So if you want to, you know, have input, I lay it out for you. Word up. Yeah, that's what it is, though. That's what it is. What it is. The show wouldn't be nothing without you guys coming through and saying what's up, coming and rocking with your boy. And I appreciate those that come through and smash that like button and all that. It's definitely dope. Tonight's topic, surviving love. We did so many of them. I've enjoyed doing the content myself. It's refreshing. It's a peace of mind outside of working. So God doing much. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sure that's everybody's life story. Well, the series "Surviving Love" is mine. It's my life story. It's kind of sort of my skeletons, and along the way, I've been sharing those with you guys. The few of us that vibe with us the whole night. It's definitely a dope experience. We ping behind off each other, we get the show going. But the best part is you guys. So you already know what it is. You already know what it is. It's time for the roll call. Where would social bounty be without you guys? I appreciate you stopping in and smashing on that like button for me. I ain't gonna take too much of your time tonight, but I am gonna open up your intellect if you don't mind. I'm going to talk about something that is very important to me. Cuffing season. For those of us that know what that is, we chuckle together, we laugh together. For those of us that don't know, stick around. Tonight you might learn something because it's always valuable to get something from the content. About the content, there's many ways to support the content. You can hit the Cash App button, which I left in the description, or you can super chat. It's all appreciated. I want to let everybody know that I appreciate all the support from you. You know what I mean? First and foremost, salute to that. But let's get into this road call, my favorite part. First and foremost, we got in the building Miss Diversity 3. Good to see you, Miss Diversity. I appreciate you. Virtuous Woman TV, what's going on? Salute to you. She threw up the big chef and the big strong mom emoji. Yeah. Social Balance TV is my other channel. If you don't know, go check that out. I do some lives over there. The faithful Miguel Villatoro coming in from another country. He says, hola, chef. Yo, hola back to you, my G. I'm right here, virtuous. I had to get right. I had to get right. DJ Moss is in the building. What's up, my G? Chris Shiver. See you, my G. I hope you on top of the world like I know you're always to be. If not, tap in with me, man. It's always a gangster party with us. Emmanuel Briggs, what's good, man? I see you. I see you. One of the realest brothers without an avatar pic, you heard? Salute to the brother Emmanuel Briggs. Your word dash scoop. It's time for another banger. What up, my G? Salute to you. Thanks for coming through. I appreciate that. Tonight's a great topic. You know what I mean? It's cuffing season. Cuffing season is when you find somebody and you put the time in getting to know them, getting comfortable with each other. Whether that be on the phone, through text message, or actual conversation. I like actual conversation. I think that's the most efficient way. You know what I'm saying? If you wanna be in tip top shape, you better get your conversation game up there, fellas. You better get it up there, Kings. I ain't lying to you. These women want to hear what you gotta say. So get your ducks in a row. You know what I mean? Be able to sell yourself. That's just the bottom line. But yeah, competency. You know, you can master one, or you can try to dib and dabble in more than one at the same time. Preferably, I would like to say take your time with one. See what type of energy she's matching your energy that you're bringing to the table. Because you know you want that person to be doing the same thing as you. You don't want them to not match your energy as well. You want energy levels to be the same. Meaning, like, if you're a go getter and you want to be an entrepreneur, that person's energy should be somewhere along the lines of that. You know what I mean? And even if they don't want to do it like with you, they want to do their own thing in their own lane. The energy of support should be matched. So if you have, very high admirations in whatever it is that you want to do, whatever project it is, then they should have your back 100% with that. Um, that's toughness season. That's what you're trying to get to. Now you can sit on the phone and talk for hours and hours and hours. You know what I'm saying? And then you can, maybe graduate to going on a little meet and greet or something, or some video. However slow you want to take it, however slow she wants to take it. You usually want to get in there and then follow their lead. You know what I mean? Get in there and follow their lead. Um, yeah, that's really what you want to do. Hey, what's going on, Mahogany Roots and MJ? I see you. I see you. So it's important to match that energy. That's what we got going on. Match. I match your energy, you match mine. If you find that they're not satisfying that request, then keep it pushing. That's a bad sign. Everybody always talking about, I need a red flag, I need a red flag. And then when they see the red flag, they totally ignore it. You know what I'm saying? So master up your cuffing season skill, because it's been cuffing season since October. And like I said, if you ain't got nobody, you're trying to find somebody, this is the place you want to be talking about cuffing season. Absolutely. I did a lot of my cuffing back in my school days. I put that work in. Now that I'm surviving love, I haven't got to that point yet, not yet, but it's like it's close to it. You know how the weather makes you feel. I guess it's like when the leaves turn color, and all of that. It just starts to get a certain way about being close to each other. It just makes you feel like that. So you'll find yourself in cuffing season all the way up to it gets hot. Because everybody know that, like, if they with you through cuffing season and they really riding with you, you got a good one. But when it get hot, you'll find out if you got a good one or not. Because cuffing season is over. I want you to get up off me. I need to go. I need to go out. You crowding me. You in my space. It goes all the way left. You know what I'm saying? It go all the way left for you. So you gotta be careful with who you cuffing. Word up. Yo, what up, Chaparral Young? I see you. Word. Yeah. The background music is definitely free spirit, you know what I mean? I see you, MJ. Word. So you might say simp or not to simp edition. You know, I'm not gonna say what you should do as a man, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you what worked for me. This man right here, what works for this king. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm a type of person, if it makes sense, then why try to go against what makes sense? Like if somebody's presenting all the facts to you, why overlook the facts? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, you gotta start changing these behaviors. So I'm a big simp. if because the word is made up, you know what I'm saying? Whatever guys want to call it, it's a man supporting his woman. Yo, I am the biggest simp that is. I promote simping. Simping ain't easy all day. It's your boy. That's what I do. I'm proud of it. Now there might be some men that like, hey, come on, man, that simping is crazy. I say, hey, to each his own, brother. Word to simp or not to simp. I'm simping all day. Cause simping ain't easy. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's good to see everybody too. MJ in the building. That's a fact. Um, the thugs need love too. Now, why do I say thugs need love too? Because I started off by saying two of the most misunderstood words in the title were simp and thug. My interpretation of what a thug is a person that will get out there and continue to be a survivor, a provider, a man, stand on his own truth and get it and not wait for handouts no matter what it is, not just money. If he want to change his community, he get out there and change that community he's on his own. He's straight up thugging. He got that energy about him. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean he's gonna go rob your corner liquor store or your neighborhood weed dealer. Nah, I don't mean that. And some people seem to mix that word up like thugs don't deserve love. And I'm here to tell you wrong. I think they deserve love more than a lot of these other cats that sit behind a desk in a shoot and tie, just pushing buttons all day. I mean, if you coming up in that situation, and you can do the research all you want, you can try to deny the fact of that, but some people don't come from humble beginnings, all right? So with that being said, not to justify their wrong, but if they come up, if that's how they come up, you want them to be suckers. You want them to let that family that they create, because you know they still make babies, suffer. Because that's all he know. He been in and out of jail, but he said he want to change. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be careful with what labels like, we put on each other. I'm a self-proclaimed simping ass thug nigga, and that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? I do my thing. Hmm. Yeah. So how are we gonna say that individuals don't deserve love? They don't deserve love too. I think they get the best love. To be honest with you, they get that real. Not a lot, but if you good, if God got His hands on you, no matter what walk in life, yeah, you sure can call in. The house call is open. Absolutely, house call is open if you want to call in. Come on with it. Sure can. But yeah, I can put the link in the chat if that's better for you too. House calls is definitely open. You put the link in the chat for anybody. I'll be forgetting. Happy Saturday to y'all, man. Got a lot of stuff to talk about. Get into it. Absolutely. Sure can. But a thug needs love too, man. You need to provide for his family too. And until you get that job, that's for him. Because even when you go all the way to college and all that, you do all that, you still got to find that right spot for you. You still got to find your niche. Very few is right out and into the perfect career. You still got to work hard. It's just that when you get that paperwork, you know, you get a bigger share of the American pie. But if you work hard, you can get whatever it is that you want in life. You know, you're a blue collar hustler. Or I think I put the link in the chat officially. Yeah. All right. Got a house call. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Yes, ma'am. I appreciate you calling in though. All right, say something.
Oh, okay. This is Mahogany Root. Hey, Chef.
How you doing, Mahogany Roots? I appreciate you calling in.
No, I'm doing okay. I'm so glad that I finally caught you live.
That's what's up. I appreciate you.
I'm not echoing, am I?
Nah, you good.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to chime in on what you were talking about for Sims. Yeah, it's definitely been like misconstrued.
Hmm.
I think people use it way too much. Basically, anytime a man shows any type of appreciation for a woman, they're labeling him a simp. So I agree with you.
Right.
Yeah, it's like almost in at least on YouTube, it seems to be like ashamed to actually say you appreciate the opposite sex. It's so insane to me because
Yeah.
that's not how I live my life.
Nah, that's
Yeah,
terrible.
it is horrible. Um, and I don't know if I'm just looking at it with the rose colored glasses, but I just hope it stops. Like it's so frustrating, you know.
Right.
Um, And then, me and you, I'm not sure how old you are, but I'm sure we're from the same generation, and things were so much different. I just did a live on how things were different, like in the 90s and stuff when we were dating. Um, we knew how to treat each other, and we understood that, affection and all that was appreciated and welcome, and so it's just different now.
It's definitely different.
Hmm.
It's something like how can you get a woman? If you want a good woman, how can you get her by not being a simp? Like I don't get how they come up with that. Like that's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Yes. Well, I don't think, like what you were saying, I don't think you're a simp. Like, my man is not a simp. However, he does nice things for me, but I do nice things for him in return. It's not like the problem is, like you just said, they're labeling every nice gesture as simping, and that's impossible.
Right.
That's impossible. So that means you just have to be an asshole, and then in return you're gonna expect submission and expect kindness back to you after you've been an asshole to somebody. It doesn't make sense. It's not going to happen.
Right. Um.
Yeah.
So since you feel like that, let me ask you another
Sure.
question. What you think would be an actual person simping for a woman? Because I do believe that
Mhm.
some men, be reaching or whatever. So
Mhm.
do you have an idea
Okay.
of that?
Oh yeah. I can give you an example.
Mm-hmm.
An example of simping would be, say you just met a lady, you really really like her. Okay, so you have a crush on a woman, and the first date you go out with her, you I got to think about this one. The first date you go out with her, she asked you to pay a bill, to pay a cell phone bill. At that moment, absolutely not. You need to walk away from that situation. If you would have paid that bill, you would be a simp. You understand what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
However, if say me and you were in a relationship and you're paying a bill for me, that's completely different. So I think it has to be within context of the type of relationship that the two people have.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is not simping. If you're my man and you're rubbing my feet, you're not simping. You're gonna get something in return for that. Just like if you're my man and I'm rubbing your back, I'm not being a slave. I'm not. You're not forcing me to do that. I'm doing that because I want to. Because I
Right.
want to make you feel good. So these, a lot of these people, and I'm not even trying to be funny. I really feel like some of these people have been alone so long they don't even understand the context that which man and woman work together to form a relationship. Like that's normal. That's normal to do things for one another. Everything's not simping.
Great example, Mahogany. Um,
Hmm.
is there anything else you want to say about simping before I ask you another question on the
Oh, honey, I could go on and on and on because when I listen to the conversation,
uh-huh.
I sit down and I think, wow, if these, and I have a very masculine man, but if they knew the things that my man do for me, and if they think that's simping, then they really, but I know that he's not. Like, I know the type of dude he is. So it's confusion on their part, not on ours. I think we're the ones living the normal life, and these people out here talking about everything simping. I think they've been out of the dating scene for way too long.
Yeah, let me tell you how bad I am. Yo,
Okay.
I'm so bad with the simping. Like, if I got the bread, yo, for real, you Mahogany. If I got the bread when I come into the situation, I'll fix everybody in our circle, all the women.
You Can I tell you something about that?
I'm big
I actually
simping.
had a friend. No, well, you know what? See, I'm different too. Like, okay, I just want to say this. I had a friend that was similar to you, and he liked women. He just had an admiration for beautiful women. And so when we would go out, it would be a group of us. It'd be him. He liked to be the only guy, and it'd be like five women. I'll never forget one time we went out to the seafood restaurant, and I personally, I always keep my money, honey. I don't expect nobody to pay nothing for me, honey. But he volunteered to pay for all of us, and a lot of the ladies were like, yeah, yeah, yeah. But I personally didn't look at him like a simp because he had it like that. Now, if you don't have it like that, don't do what you can't afford to do. But
Hmm.
see, I'm also kind of similar too. Like I have splurged and taken people. I've taken people out on vacation with me
Right.
on vacation. So but at the time I had it like that.
Yeah, I'm doing
So
all
when you
that.
start, yeah, when you start doing stuff that's out of your means, then it's a problem. But if you got it like that, where Ti say it ain't what's the guy ain't tricking if you got it.
Ain't tricking if you got it, baby. Let's go.
That's
Let them
right.
know. I want everybody to be talking about, yo, we had a good time. All on the account of me.
Exactly. And it feels good. Like if you got it, it does feel good to do things for other people. Like
Like
I remember that vacation me and my friends took
they gonna
when I took, yeah.
they gonna say they took us out to dinner and her husband paid for all our food, all our drinks.
Hmm.
He paid for us to get in and he protected us the whole time. He
Hmm.
protected us from the dudes that we ain't want to be all up in our faces. He stood there and act like he was our boyfriend. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Right. And
I'm
women will, they will come to you. And, I get what you're saying. But like I said, if you got it, then that's one thing. If you don't got it, then that's something else. Hmm.
yo, I will repaint my significant other room 16 times if she don't like it every time I finish. Cause you know what? I'd rather hear that than her complaining about she don't like it.
Hmm.
You feel me?
Well,
I'm big,
I
yo.
do
I'm big,
understand.
yeah. I'm big simping for real. I'm not even lying.
Are you proud of it though, Chef? Are you
Yo,
proud?
I'm so proud of it. Like I
And
said,
like I said, oh, go ahead.
nah, it's like when I see the brothers that do right by their army career, they be taking
Uh-huh.
care of their woman full force. I like that. I like
I
that
don't think
shit.
there's anything wrong with the man. I don't think there's anything wrong with the man
Uh huh.
taking care of a woman if he can. men, like you said, some men like that. They like being the provider. They like making pampering their women. My
Uh-huh.
boyfriend loves to pamper me. But like I said, I also return the favor, so it's not one sided.
Right.
Now, if he wasn't doing, and see, that's the thing. It kind of, and I'm not taking the conversation away, but see, men like you could get submission because you're doing so much already. But someone who's not doing anything and then crying about submission, you're not going to get it. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. Let me read Miss Lala question. Don't go nowhere.
Okay,
I appreciate you. Appreciate you, Mahogany. All
you
right.
know I rock with you.
All right. So Miss Lala says, double-edged sword. Relationship begins with getting to know one another. There's nothing wrong
Uh-huh.
with asking for help if needed, and that goes both ways. Absolutely, man. That's why it's cuffing season. Gotta ask
Mhm.
these questions while you cuffing, while you trying to cuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
While you cupcaking on the phone, gotta ask those questions. I appreciate your input, Lala. Yo,
yes, Miss Lala.
salute, Melly. I see you.
Hey, Mala.
All
I
right,
can't see the chat, y'all, because I'm on my phone, but yeah.
all right. Respect, respect. So the, the other part of the topic, how do you? I mean, coming from, I don't know how you view a thug nigga,
Uh-huh.
but
Hmm.
um, how do you feel about dating? Like, I know you in a situation, but
Uh-huh.
how do you feel about? How did you ever feel about dating a thug?
Well, oh, um,
First, what's your vision of it? Yo, what's
I
up,
was just
enemy?
gonna say we gotta define the term thug because this is the thing, and I've talked about this a little bit.
Uh huh.
I think so often people get these labels put on them just based on where they come from, just based on their past history. Say they have a criminal record or something like that. And I don't think that we should do that. I don't think a person should be labeled a thug because they came from the different, I won't say the wrong side of the tracks, but on a certain side of the tracks. Because that doesn't mean that they're necessarily a thug. To me, a thug, when I think of the word thug, I actually don't think about it the way a lot of other people think about it. I think about like the gangster movies
Okay.
where like people were like literally robbing and shooting people and putting them in the trunk. So I think about it a little bit differently, but basically my thoughts on a so when we use the term thugs, we got to make it clear. Are we talking about a
I,
person that has engaged in criminal behavior? Are we talking about somebody that doesn't have home training, somebody that has no manners? Are these all conceptions that we have in our head of what a thug is? Because, like me, I'm actually from the hood.
right.
I've been in both places, but I don't necessarily act that way. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? So
So,
you could, oh, go ahead.
no problem. So it's like what you
Hmm.
said. All the things that you said that would make a person a thug.
Hmm.
It's not that person's fault if they wasn't properly brought up to have those type of respects or morals or beliefs. You know what I'm saying? If they was just
Hmm.
allowed to grow themselves, so to speak. You know what I mean? So
Right.
when I say thug life, put it on an even playing field for you. I'm doing
Okay.
it for the hate you give little infants, F everybody aspect.
Okay.
All right?
Like a disrespectful type of dude.
No, 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 no.
Oh.
Like someone who wasn't, like how you put it, someone who wasn't properly nourished, properly educated,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
but still wants to do the right thing. But
Oh, well, I can answer that. I've dated those type of guys, and I
right,
don't think there's anything wrong with them.
right. He's still a go getter. He's still gonna
Right.
get his bread. So that's the aspect I come from. Cause even if I
Yeah, but
came,
they just might not have an education. I understand.
yeah, even if I
Mm-hmm.
came from the mud, I'm still never gonna lay down and not do nothing to get up out that mud. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, and you know something, Chef, like me, like I was saying, I come from the same, like, how can I look down on somebody as if I've been sitting up here on my high horse my whole life? I mean, I've been in both worlds, so I think with in my situation, my boyfriend, same thing. Like we this is gonna sound so corny, but we started from not much of nothing. He grew up in the projects. I didn't grow up in the projects, but you know what I'm saying. Like
Right.
I've been down and out. Trust me, I have, and I built myself back up. and so has he. So we didn't always have things. So I think that's what we have in common.
Right.
Um, and the fact of the matter is, if a man is treating you right and he doesn't have education, but he's treating you right, I just talked about this. He's rubbing your feet. He's making you feel like a woman, and he's doing his best to take care of you. Um, you should reciprocate that. I mean, it's cool to have an education. It's just like we were talking. I was on another panel tonight. You got to put into perspective what is your priority. For me, my priority is being treated right. My priority is being treated like a lady. All the other stuff is secondary to me.
Hmm. So do you believe that a thug needs love too, or should he get the bottom of the barrel female, or can he have access to high level females as well as the other brothers?
I say it like this, G Chef. It depends on what he's doing. If it's the type of person like I was telling you that
Uh-huh.
just doesn't have necessarily the high paying job and he doesn't have the education, but he is a good man and he's still doing the right things by you, trying to take care of you, then by all means he should get treated with reciprocal respect. But if he's the type of dude that are out there that's not a good dude, that's laying up on your couch while you work two and three jobs, playing the PlayStation all day, cheating on you, whooping on you, doing all these type of things, then hell to the no, he don't deserve it.
Right.
And we as whatever you want to call us, if you want to call us queens, whatever, we as intelligent women should not give those men the time of day.
Hmm. You're absolutely right. I mean, that'd be the solution. Because
Mm-hmm.
if you can't get with a female because the way you carry yourself, then those are things
Mm-hmm.
you can easily change.
Mm-hmm.
But if we keep,
Yeah, we shouldn't.
what I'm saying, if we keep allowing that to happen, then that's what they're gonna act like. That's how they're gonna be,
Right.
and they're gonna think it's okay because people. I mean, they keep getting women.
And it's and unfortunately, and I think too with that situation, a lot of times I can't say it all the time, but I feel like that's a mistake that a lot of younger females make. Women my age tend to have already been there and done that. Dated the bad boy, and we learned from it, and we've moved on. Um, so I think typically that a lot of younger women tend to go through that. Because see, by the time you get my age, there's just certain shit you're not finna tolerate. You're not finna put yourself through it. You know.
Hmm.
Um. Oh, Chef, I wanted to ask you a question.
Go ahead, shoot.
Do you ever feel like even doing the stream and admitting that you feel like men might say that you're simping, do you ever feel embarrassed to admit that, or are you proud to admit that? How do you feel about saying that to other people?
I'm definitely proud to admit that. That's the way I've been
Okay.
raised. I mean,
Right.
my dad was a big simp, and I love that man. You know what I'm saying? Before he became the man he is presently now. But you know,
But you know what? I'm gonna say this. I hate the word because of a simp is just being a provider and being an affectionate man. It deserves more respect than that word.
or
Because it sounds like you're just the type of man that likes to provide, and you're the type of man that likes to be affectionate towards people, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
hmm.
Yeah.
Nah, I agree. You know the thing, like what gets me all the time when you listen to the music that the old heads used to listen to, like the men,
Hmm.
mahogany, like the niggas that rock them afros and bell bottoms. Yo,
Yes.
that music was the greatest, you know,
Hmm.
example of love, especially for
Hmm.
black people. That music is for the purest of hearts, man. Them men, them were confessing how much they loved their women, and was proud of it, and they wanted the world to know.
I was just listening to Lenny Williams and Luther Vandross. I was in the mood. Every once in a while, I get in the mood. Y'all know what I'm talking about, ladies. You sipping on your wine and shit, and your man's at work. I was in the mood, and
Fact.
I had Lenny Williams playing. Honey, you're right. You're absolutely right.
But you'll have some guys using that example of simping.
Oh, child, please.
I'm
And those,
serious.
and you, but no, I know, but you know what? Those are the men, and I'm not trying to be brass, but I really believe a lot of those men that say things like that. When is the last time that they got some? And I'm not trying to make this about sex, but I really feel like a lot of this anger and frustration from both the men and the women that I see online, these people need to get laid because it's just not normal behavior to be so freaking angry about what?
I think,
About paying a bill, about paying for a meal?
I think a
You
lot.
that angry.
I think a lot of
Hmm.
them are simping. I think a lot of them simping. They just they ain't getting none, so they got to do all this simping and still ain't getting none. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because I think they on it, but they got people at home. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And they
Hmm.
just miserable with that life. So they come on here and they try to
And take it
perceive
out.
not only
Yeah.
that, yeah, but they try to live that second life, here on in these spaces.
Oh, absolutely. Like with the whole, what I see when and I swear to God, I'm not trying to take your conversation left, but it just reminds me of this. When I see, because I've always said that a man can easily get submission if he's treating a woman right. You pour into
Hmm.
her, she'll pour into you. But when I see men constantly kind of screaming about submission, I already know in my head, I already know, okay, he don't got no type of woman submitting to him in his real life. Because if he did, you would never see my man coming online talking about women that he don't even know submitting to him because he's got a home, he's got a life at home where everything's in order. So he don't have to come online and be angry talking about submission.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
There's a lot like what you said being reflected and spewed online that these people aren't getting at home. That's what I see.
yeah. Even when I'm in my situation, that's not something I have to act for. I've never asked my woman to submit to me. I've never had to ask that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That was just something that was automatic. Chef Orel
It's
Young,
a,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah. Oh no, go ahead. I just want to say one thing for me. Uh, yeah, he's never had to ask, but he has told me some things that he wanted,
Yeah.
and respectfully, I listened. That's not.
Oh yeah.
That's just. Yeah,
Oh, I'm gonna
that's
let you know what I want. Oh yeah.
yeah.
I'm going to let you know you're gonna need that ceiling harness in any house we move in. You need the ceiling harness in the bedroom. All right.
The ceiling harness.
Yes. I- Well,
No, but guess what? You're in a position because you provide and do what you're supposed to do and protect that you can do that.
of course.
You can do that.
I am
You
king.
got people not wanting to do nothing but expecting everything.
I
It
am
doesn't work
king.
like that.
I am
Hmm.
king. I earn the lion's shares of my meal during dinner time. Let me read what Chef
Yeah.
Orel Young had to say. He says,
Okay.
it's not always about sex. Some people just need to travel and get out to see the world to unwind before they become unhinged. So I think that's part of cuffing season. What do you think about what Chef Orel
Chaparral.
had to say?
Shout out to Chaparral. I do think it's important to travel. I've traveled myself. Um, I think I do think it's a good idea to travel. You have people that have never even left their hometown. I know people like that, and it's weird to me because um, I do. I just think it's so important to see different people and how they live, and just get yourself out there, and you can learn a lot by watching other people and being around different experiences, especially if you are surrounded by an environment that is chaotic and unstructured. It's important that you see other types of environment. Now, I'm not saying his environment is or any. I'm just saying it's important to a different see things from a different point of view sometimes, and then you can take it in and learn from it. So yeah, I agree with him.
Hey, yo, great input on that. I love that about you. Um,
Oh,
nah, I do. I do. You're very attentive. You know what I'm saying?
thank you.
Absolutely. So let me ask you this. I hope I'm not
Sure.
not imposing on your situation too much. But did your husband ever fly you out anywhere or fly you in like on vacation, like just to like wow you, to show you, hey, look, I
Yeah,
can do this? And if
let,
so, talk about it.
y'all are gonna think I'm a simp because I've probably done more. Well, he's done a lot for me. Don't get me wrong. If I told all the stuff that he's done for me, y'all would think I'm some kind of gold digger, and I'm not because I've done stuff for him too. But so in my situation, and no, you're not imposing. I'm an open book. In my situation, I told you my boyfriend's a chef, just like you.
Right.
So he makes a good living, um, and I make a good living also. But we're okay. But the point is, so money's not really a subject for us. I will say that. Sometimes he pays for things, sometimes I do. We just do for each other. But basically, he works so much. His schedule is so crazy. He's literally gone. He's the first one at the restaurant before light, and he's the last one to leave. Like, he has long hour days. And so, because of that, a lot of times he doesn't want to go anywhere. I'm the one, like, I love to vacation. So, our first vacation, I actually took him with me. I actually invited him on vacation with me. And so, a lot of times, I'm doing a lot of stuff just because he doesn't have a lot of the time. But I will say that he, in return, is extremely supportive of me, even with this YouTube thing. He doesn't like YouTube. He doesn't like me being on here, to be honest, talking to men. But he supports me. He trusts me, and so our relationship is a lot of give and take. Did I answer the question?
Yes, you did. You right on. Yo, you good. You good. If
Okay.
you wasn't, I'd have had like anxiety. I'd have had to try to stop you. You know how it be, but you good.
Well,
You
if we're
good.
gonna, if somebody wants a monetary thing, I can tell you one. My car broke down. I've been with this man for a long time, for 9 years, and basically, so I was even in college at this time, and my car broke down. No, well, it was breaking down, but I actually had a car accident, totaled it, and he bought me a car. Now, a lot of people on here would say, "Oh, that's simping," but that car helped me get to school so I could graduate. So, and after I graduated, guess what? We were able to save money and buy a home together. So it benefited both of us. Like, you know what I'm saying? We benefit each other,
Right.
and I've done things to help him also.
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a great way to answer the question. Another
Okay.
another question. Give me an advantage and a disadvantage of dating and marrying a thug guy.
Well, once again, it depends on if it's a good thug guy or bad. But I will say
Right?
this.
No, no,
Uh,
no, no. No. He is rough. I mean, he came from a bad area. But
uh-huh.
he's not a criminal. Okay.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so good question.
You're only a criminal
What?
when you get caught too. Just to let you know. But go ahead.
Yes, that's true. Okay, some good and bad with the thug. Well, some good. Well, let's deal with the bad. The obvious. The obvious is that there's a good chance if he doesn't have ambition. That's the thing when you date a thug, your your prospects are always kind of in question because it depends on if he has the motivation to actually raise himself up, maybe go back and get an education, or maybe start his own business. Does he have that drive? And so it's your financial status might not be guaranteed versus you in a relationship with, say, a lawyer or somebody like that.
Uh-huh.
Whose financial status is guaranteed. So that's number one. Your financial status is not guaranteed. Number two, um, uh, I'm trying to think as far as the negative. Number two is you might find yourself in a situation where because of his background or whatever, you might have to kind of cover down for him in certain situations. Maybe he might have a hard time getting a job.
Mm-hmm.
And so you've got to be willing, if you love that man, to kind of have his back uh, versus someone else who doesn't have a bad background.
And already got money and inherited riches and all
R-
that.
right, exactly.
Or just worked really
Um,
hard to get where he's at. He didn't have to have nothing. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
right.
Because hard work can get
That's
you anywhere.
but that's right. But I'll tell you. So I came up with two. I'm gonna give you two positives.
Okay, give me two positives.
A positive thing about them is a lot of times because they might work, but a lot of time they're not necessarily working the long hours say a business professional would be working. So they're able to attend to your needs a lot more. A lot of times they're more willing because, and this is just the truth, because let's say, and I've been in this situation where because of a background that he had, he couldn't do certain things. So certain things I had to sign for, if that makes sense. Maybe you have to
No, that
be
makes
the
sense.
one. Maybe yeah, maybe your credit is better. Maybe because of his record, he can't be on the lease or whatever. So because of that, they know that they realize that they're kind of like not indebted, but grateful
Look, my,
that they're going to treat you with a certain level of respect just because they know, damn, this woman didn't have to, she didn't have to, put her neck out for me, but she did.
right.
And so maybe he's very much appreciative versus another man that might be, well, you know what? I make more money than she does. I'm paying this, I'm paying that. She's lucky to be with me. You know what I'm
So
saying?
you're saying that it's an advantage that he 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 needs a little assistance.
It can be, yes. It
Yeah.
can be.
No, it
Hmm.
makes sense. It makes sense.
It
But
does.
because we can't act like these brothers didn't run around early in their life, messing up their credit and not knowing any better. I mean,
Well,
this situation
mm-hmm.
actually, when a woman of our race meets a black brother, it's you. He done messed up his credit, running around shopping, not paying back his bills, and letting his
Well, we
credit
got
go to
bad
shit.
credit too now.
Well, I'm not. I'm not
Some of us got bad credit. Go ahead.
a woman that should be a man who's going to be the provider, the head of household.
Mhm.
His credit needs to be good. All right.
Yeah, I was talking about credit, but I was also talking about the criminal. Since we were talking about that, the criminal aspect of it,
No,
of
no, no,
just.
no. I was just
Hmm.
I was just giving like an example of how because we can't act like these people don't exist. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right, right,
I
right.
wasn't saying it in a bad way because like I said, I don't think all thugs are in that lane of criminal. I just think they,
Hmm.
along the way did things that didn't leave them in a favorable position.
Right.
No matter what it was, if you dropped out of school, now you got to work harder just to be successful because you
That's
dropped out of
right.
school.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying
Exactly. And what?
that's
Yeah.
thugging to me, straight up thugging.
And that's. I mean, and that's the truth. And even with the indebtedness to the woman thing, like it's. I hate to say it, but let's just face it. If someone is staying with the, I believe personally, I believe that men should have their own homes. Um, to be a real man, just like I'm a woman and I have my own place, I definitely believe that a man should have his own place. But I know that that's not always the case. Everybody's not in that position. But ideally, that's what it should be. A man should never have to worry about being put out of a woman's house because he should have his own. And
Hmm.
so what I'm saying is basically a lot of these men, because they're kind of indebted because of their past background, whatever, a lot of times they know that. And so they're a little bit nicer to the woman,
Hmm.
um, than say a man who is high figure, getting paid a whole lot of money. It's kind of like we just talked about this tonight on another show. Um, not saying I'm not saying because you have money you're a bad dude. No, I'm saying, but there's a good chance that that thug might be a little bit nicer just because he's a little bit more grateful for what you've done for him. That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely,
Hmm.
absolutely. Well said. Well said,
Hmm.
Mahogany. For those who don't know, this is Mahogany MJ Roots on the phone, tapped into the love universe right now. We appreciate her. Put some hearts in the
Oh, I
chat for
appreciate
Mahogany
you.
MJ. Salute, Donna. I see you. You came right on in with it, Donna. I see you had something to say. Let me elaborate. So the question that we were talking about was give a benefit a disadvantage for dating a thug and an advantage. Now she gave her two, which were well said, and I'm gonna give myself, and I'm gonna say um, an advantage of dating a guy who's been around the block, and if he about his business, you're not gonna get like suckered a lot. Nobody's not going to try to take
Mm-hmm.
advantage of you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do ever run into a situation, he's gonna have your back because those niggas be loyal. The real ones,
Mm-hmm.
they
Mm-hmm.
ones be loyal,
Mm-hmm.
and they
I was
loyal to
gonna say that,
they
yeah.
loyal to their woman as well too, to a fault almost. So that's one advantage. And another one, if he ain't working that much, y'all has kids, you got a in-house babysitter. You got an
Oh
in-house babysitter.
God.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, child.
Go ahead, Mahogany.
But,
You doing a great
no,
job.
no, you're. It's funny, but unfortunately, there's some truth to it. You know what I'm saying? I listen, Chef. I had to come up here. It's been so long since I had the opportunity to catch you. Because
Hmm.
I'm an old lady, honey. I'm usually in bed. But I just wanted to shoot the breeze with you a little bit. I'm going to go down in the chat room. And I'll be listening.
I appreciate you coming up.
I appreciate you too.
Appreciate the house call. So we to get
No problem.
a strong vet with experience in the field. You, I say that because
Hmm.
she's in a situation that's good for her right now. So I like to get experience from happy people. You know what I'm saying? People who
No, yes, and I know why you say that because well, let's face it, a lot of people. Lord, I'd be getting myself in trouble with my mouth, but I just speak the truth. A lot of people that are talking about relationships aren't even in a relationship, haven't had a successful one, and they're the main ones talking about relationships. And so what you said is the truth. Talk
hmm
to people that actually can give you some decent advice, some good advice,
hmm
uh, and some honest advice.
I
So I
feel you.
appreciate you, sweetheart.
I appreciate you too.
Okay. See you in a bit in the chat.
All right.
Okay, peace.
No doubt. Yeah, so how many of y'all think a thug need love too? Let me know. I want to know, do a thug deserve love too? Those are the chat, or you want to call in, the phone up. The house call number is still rolling across the bottom right there. Do a thug need love too? To simp or not to simp to all the kings that's listening? Simp or not to simp? Cuffing season. Give me your most memorable cuffing season adventure. Tell me about the energy, how it made you feel. Um, do you believe in it? Do you think when it gets hot outside, cuffing season ends? They don't want to be around you no more. They don't want to talk on the phone. Or do people typically change like that because moves? Is there other reasons why the cuffing season comes to an end? Or does it not come to an end if it's true love? I want to know from you guys. I need your input, baby. I appreciate everybody coming through. La La, Chef O, Donna, Xander, Mahogany. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. Can a thug get some love too, yo? Cause I'm one right here that's surviving love. I need love too. And I'm big simping, ladies. Ladies, I'm big simping. Yeah. I'm glad all of us know what a simp is. I mean, I don't mind. I think Mahogany did a wonderful job explaining, giving an explanation of, you know, a pimp and a thug. I mean, a simp and a thug. I said pimp. Pimping ain't easy, simping ain't easy. All in the same. You know what I'm saying? Happy Saturday to all y'all, man. I hope it's been prosperous. No doubt. No doubt. Yo, let me get a plate. Wow, let me get a plate. Let me get my fish on 2 slices of potato bread and make me like a special aioli. I know you can make aioli. If you don't know about Lala, man, she can throw down in the kitchen. She can throw down in the kitchen. She throws down. Yes, sir. Yo, straight up, Doug. Straight up, Xander. Proud of it, man. Proud of it. Know that your nephew got your back if we ever in a situation. That's another part that come with being with a thug, to having a thug homie. I got your back, boy. I ain't gonna run. Cause when it's time to talk, they gonna say who shot them boys. Now who shot that boy? All right, let's get it. That's loyalty. That's honor. That's a person that's gonna survive by any means. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. I say thugs need love too. Well, let me get some of that. I do not discriminate on which body of water the seafood came out of. Wait, I take that back. There's a couple of places with all that oil fell in there. I refuse to eat that ass. But yeah, I don't discriminate, la la. Probably caught a body, didn't stick around and see the outcome though. Yes, sir. You already know. Yeah, salute to everybody coming in. Happy Saturday. I'm gonna say Thug needs love too. Yo, I'm glad you back. Thugs need love too. Thugs need love too, yo. Phone lines is open for the house calls. You know what I'm saying? If you want a house call, let me know. The phone line is down the bottom right there. Zach scrolling across. Like I was saying, I'm a big simp. I will never not be ashamed to say that either. I take care. If I had a black woman, the black woman I had before, I took care of her. She'll tell you. She'll tell you. Oh man, I messed up when I let that one go right there. That's a real one. She'll tell you. I ain't got a force or nothing. Well, if the thug in question is B1, they deserve it. So Xander say the thug need love. That's right, my dude. Facts. Got the big facts. Sister Virtuous TV. Appreciate you, sis. Sister B1 in the building. We out here. I'm gonna say thugs need love too for the simple fact. I mean, they deserve it. They ain't out there like doing nothing crazy to jeopardize the situation, and they only bring positivity, financial stability, and physical protection, mental, stimulation to all individuals in his circle. Yeah, he deserves love too. You know, sometimes the most comforting time for me was listening to my uncle tell his jail stories. You know what I'm saying? Because when he told his jail stories, he was so dominant in his jail story. And I don't by one chance not believe any other jail stories he's told me. You know what I'm saying? And in his stories used to be loyalty, used to be honor, used to be strength, valor, trust. It used to be a story of if you stay in your lane and do what you got to do, there's light at the end of the tunnel. It was temptation. and he still got out after giving all those years to the state and became an honest man, right? But I promise you, not you don't even got to guess what he did this time for. I don't even got to tell you. It's one of the worst things you could possibly do as far as black on black crime. But when he got out, he valued his second chance so much it didn't matter what anybody else would say about him, judge him. But I'll tell you one thing, you better not touch nothing or hurt anything around him. And he's so loyal to a team, to a fault. Because you would say, oh man, he did that to somebody. But when you ask him who he did it to and who he did it for, he wasn't doing it for himself. He was doing it protecting the people he loved. Abuse is a crazy thing. And women need protection from abuse. So shout out to that. That's why I stand firm against that all my life. All my life, bro. Straight thugging. But that that's how I feel about my uncle. Because some of y'all, I'm not gonna say all of y'all, but some of y'all will probably consider him to be a thug. Shit, hell, you might consider me to be that in your lanes of what you think it to be. It's necessarily not that. So of course, that man needs love too, and he found a wife, right? She already had kids. He stepped in that situation and he owned it, and he helped them kids get through the second half of their life. Who knows what they would have had happen to them without that bridge in their life? See, thugs have some positives, so of course they need love too. They need that good love. You know what I'm saying? That bout it, like Jared Levert would say. You need that bout it, bout it. Virtue says, let me read what Virtue's woman says. And then I'm gonna get to what you said, Chef. Thugs are the most emotional, most emotionally connected when it comes to women. Absolutely. They like the prize like they supposed to be. That's the queen chip on the chessboard. You're 100% right, Virtues, but I know your intellect. I know your state of mind already. You up there. It's like you be high without even smoking. You're natural high. I love your energy. So what you had to say, Chef? Chef said, so what is the terminology for female simp or pick me? See, I never really indulged in that. I want you to come up and tell me what you think that to be, brother. I want to hear what you have to say because I never really indulged in calling a woman any of those two things. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely would want to know what is that? Like I never heard. I've heard people call a woman a pick me, but I never asked nobody, well, what does that mean? Or I never try to put my own, you know, narrative together to make that's what a pick me is by someone calling someone else a pick me. Now I gotta study what they do to find out what makes them a pick me. I just didn't get into all of that, so I don't even know. But definitely come up and let me know. The link is in the chat. Let's get it. Let's get it. What you had to say, Virgil? How can a female be a simp? Yeah, I don't know. That's why he said a simp compared to a pick me. Or you can call in. You know what I'm saying? The phone lines is open for the call in too. I don't know, but Phil, I need, huh? Yeah, hit that link. Hit that link, brother. Cause I've never called a woman that. I've never called her a pick me. I know I'm sipping, and sipping ain't easy. You mad? You can hit the link and tell me about that too. Yo, Edition Kitchen. A pick me is someone who is desperate, someone who tries to compete with the other woman for a man. I I would have to say that sounds like a good definition. You know what I'm saying? How many people agree with that? I don't know. I've never called a woman a picky, but that sounds like it could be part of it. Great input, addition, kitchen. Welcome to the chat. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Peach pie. Word up. I'm gonna do a commercial. I'm gonna put that up. Little intermission. But yo, she made one of the most delicious cheesecake glazed peach pie, y'all. When I put it up, y'all gonna be like, whoa. Cause I took some pictures of it and everything. But salute to the Queen Edition Kitchen. Peace and love to you, chef. Yo, she's a great chef too, man. She do her thing, a personal chef. She out here. She's definitely out here, y'all. But yeah, that would be a good definition of pick me. I would agree with that. Any disagreements in that? So how do I feel about calling a woman a pick me? With that definition, all right, so Virtue said I thought a pick me was a woman who caters to a male's perspective in order to be chosen. A pick me is someone who is desperate, someone who tries to compete with other women for a man. And then I'm gonna read yours one more time. I thought a pick me was a woman who caters to a male perspective in order to be chosen. Sounds like you're on the same page. Yep, she said that's exactly what I meant. Donna just being real says I think a pick me is a woman that will do anything to have a man, pay his bills, cook for him all the time, wash his clothes, let him cheat basically. She don't have to deal with breakers. She don't have deal breakers with a man. So basically let everything slide. I guess that's a good that's a level up of what they were saying. You know what I'm saying? Some of the things they were saying, I would expect a woman to already have those kind of qualities. You know what I'm saying? Some, not all. You know what I'm saying? Not manipulation of other women, but it can get real catty out there with women I've known. Yo, it can get real catty with your women out there. It get treacherous with the fellas, man. But it get real catty with the females. Y'all do get it in. Don't bounce into each other at the spot. Yeah, it'll get lit up in there. Yeah, but I'm glad you're talking about the pick me because I definitely didn't know what a pick me was. But yeah, so a thug, if he wanted some love, he it sounds like he need to find himself a pick me. What you think? Maybe he should get with one of these pick me's and they'll live happily ever after. The pick me and the simping ass thug nigga. Who knows? Yeah, I mean, the way people explain things these days is crazy. I know I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna go all out for mine. I'm going all out for mine, and that's a fact. It's cuffing season. If you ain't got nobody, find somebody you can cuff with. Man, Pookie on the block, man, he need love too. Jenny from the block, she need love too. So what? She a pick me. She a rider. He need love too. Real rap. Yeah, come cook with me. That's a fact. Sipping ain't easy. Your virtue. Simping is not easy. It's not easy. What you saying? Pick me. Example, if she meets a man, he calls her up. They talk. His idea for a first date is can I come over? She will have food ready for him. So excited to have a man over. Oh, I don't know about that one, Donna. That sound like a date to me. Wait. They didn't have sex, right? They ain't having sex or nothing. She don't like going out. I don't know about that one, baby girl. How long they been cuffing? How long they been cupcaking on the phone? You gotta tell me how long they been cupcaking on that phone, Donna. And they didn't do nothing yet. He just ate some food. He just ate some food, baby girl. Or he asked the pick me woman to come over for the first date. She will be so thrilled. He'll be happy due to the very low maintenance. I mean, he might just want to chill. He might. It's cold outside. Cold outside, Donna. Let me tell you all this though. You gotta watch out for cuffing season, man, because these dudes they done lost their job. It's COVID. They ain't got no money, and they looking for a place to stay. So you better be careful who you cuffing with, cause they'll put up a good show until the summertime hit, man. Summertime hit, and they out the door. No more cuffing. And number arguments so they can fake an argument to get out the house. Simps need love, and thugs definitely need love. So, ladies, get them brothers a chance, man. They appreciate you. Mahogany said that type of man appreciates a woman more because he's been thugging. He appreciates what a woman does for him more. What you said, I started a whole conversation and missed how it developed. All right. Okay, so pick me by Virtuous. Example: female content creator makes a video called "Fellas, Don't Let a Woman Use You." Okay, I can see where you're going with that. I would love to get more in details with that. You know, because I gotta kind of like speculate to see what you're talking about, but it kind of makes sense. Um, they just met. They talked on the phone for a week. Then she's over his place and he at her place. Okay, what they just watching TV? What they doing, Donna? You playing? Donna, what they doing? So who is the female Derek Jackson? I don't know, brother. You would have to tell me. What's your input on that? Come on up and give us some info on that. You've been on the panel before. You know how it works. Cause I don't know who you. I want to know who you think. Who you think? Let me hit you up with a little intermission real quick. Thugs need love too, man. Let a thug get some of that love while you at it. He deserves it. You know, you might find something you like.
Honestly, I'm trying to stay focused. Even if it seems I just don't know these I do. I just need some peace. I just need one thing. Ain't no love in these streets. Nigga fucking with these basic bitches, they don't recognize the real G. Anybody pussy, that ain't nothing, you know that can miss it for me. I just need something real, I can feel loyalty me. Really listen to what I say, don't mind doing things my way. All I'm trying to say, I can't say Lord. Thug don't even know how. Thug can't say he need it. Thug can't even slow down. Thug can't say he in love. Now when these niggas around, Thug can't swallow his pride. A thug can't never bow down. Need love too. Thugs 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 need love too. need love too. Dogs need love too. Dogs need love too. I need love too. I need love too. Tall nigga need love. Sick of fucking with the niggas, baby. All a nigga need love. I done hurt and need a back rub. Time a nigga needs to rub. Nigga hungry, can I pull up? Tired of digging in the mud. Can you have some water in the bathtub?
Hey, you heard him. Thug need love too. Give Thug some love, sisters. I see you always getting busy in the chat. You know, I got to keep you entertained a little bit. Thug need love too. Why they can't get none? All right, so here we go. These are some of the. I hope I went back further enough. Donna says, "Hey, if a woman wants to be a pick me, that's her choice. Now, if she's being that way due to setting and lacking self confidence, that is said, he is going to use and abuse her. Hmm, I guess it's some terrible people out there. All right, so what you think? What you think? Sex? Laugh out loud. Pick me will give out the cookies quick. So pick me gives out her cookies quick, huh? Oh, okay. What does sex have to do with being a pick me? And women can have sex with whoever they want. Oh, okay. So I'm not. So a pick me just wants attention. Then I'm guessing we don't give out cookies. We take cucumbers. I know that's right. I know that's right. All right. So like I said, if that is what she wait, who am I to judge? No, if she's doing it lacking confidence and desperate to have a man, that is said. That just don't want the freaky. That we don't want anything else. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's some women that want that. I understand what you mean, but I think we need to move past thinking that sex is the highest value we have to offer. Actually, attention is what men want more than sex. Yes, absolutely. 100% right. This thug right here, loves attention from a woman. I can't, I'm, that's why I call myself the self-proclaimed simp. I'm big simping. Big simping. Big simping is how they made me. Yeah. But I'm telling you, I'm saying thugs need love too, man. To simp or not to simp edition. I hope you Kings is listening. I hope you'll hear the conversation from the Queen earlier, and I hope you see what's going down in the chat. I mean, it's back and forth. We out here surviving love together. At least for me, I appreciate you all coming through and rocking with me on Social Balance TV. Word up. Dope to have people to come through and support. Real rap. Yeah, come cook with your boy. Cause I'm definitely saying thugs need love too. They deserve it, and they gonna get it. We the most loyal. I think we love our kids. I think we'll die for what we believe in. I think we have a never fail mentality. We deserve just as much as the dude that's clocking in every day. You know, you got to stand on what you believe in. You have to stand on what you believe in. 10 toes down. Don't allow yourself to be pushed around or make you believe what you don't believe in. If you take the time and put together a quality you won't allow that to happen. That can't happen, right? For me, this thug nigga, the word can't ain't really something I rock with. I believe I can do everything. I'm R. Kelly. I believe I can fly if I need to. And I want her to match my energy. I want it to be neck and neck. You see, because if they're not matching your energy, man, it's a no go. Just straight like that. You don't want that. You don't want that. That could cause a lot of problems. Just a lot of friction, unnecessary. I mean, I've seen people, have longevity, but was it quality longevity when the energy is different? I always put what I need to put on the table first, so the energy can match. And if it don't match, then so be it. All right, a pick me, shaming language. I think it's natural for a woman to love and want a man. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. But when a woman is willing to cross another woman for approval of a man, that's a problem. Yeah, right. Pick me, simp, beta, alpha, red pill, blue pill. The list goes on. Basically, YouTube language I don't use. Absolutely, absolutely. Um, Propaganda though, propaganda is a powerful tool. That's why I do my series, Reconditioned State of Mind. Because as a person, if you allow some of this pollution to rest inside your brain, you'll find yourself having panic attacks when you go out into the real world and you come across a black person or a white cop or something like that because you're listening to so much pollution. You see, the content that you listen to, you should get something from it. Not a friend from the content creator, but something from the content that you're listening to. I'm a great guy. That's just um by my 360 in life. First and foremost, big up to the higher energy for that. But I'm get make no mistakes. I'm an enigma. I'll say that. But I try to put integrity into their content as well, so that when you are in a situation or you're going out to date, maybe some of these conversations and comments can click a light bulb for you, sort of like spark your brain. You know, the GOAT Tupac is all throughout my content. The reason why I'm on YouTube is because, following the Tupac story, legacy, so forth and so on. And it's all through my content. You know what I'm saying? Got somebody in the back. Salute, virtuous. Peace and love to you. Thanks for
Hi,
coming
Chef.
out.
Hi, Chef. How are you?
I'm good.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
So I wanted to come up. I was having a good conversation with Donna. I hope she comes up too. But what I really wanted to say was that I noticed that um so I feel like it's in a feminine nature of black women to, love and support or however we show our love to men. But I feel like there are certain groups of women who haven't had success with men doing that. And in response to that, they try to shame the women who do it. So there's some type of women who have poured their love out onto a man and they got nothing in return. They were used, they were taken advantage of, and so forth. And so they're, instead of being able to deal with that, they resent women who show men that type of attention, even though it's natural.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh, I hear what you're saying. I definitely hear what you're saying. I appreciate you taking the time to help me understand the situation because I be seeing a lot of people call a woman that, but I can't. I mean, a woman is that by nature. I've never not seen a woman compete for the man she wants, like in that type of way. Like she's gonna do her hair. It's gonna be, meticulous to all the way down to the way she dressed. You know what I'm saying? So you don't think she's gonna be aggressive in her approach towards that man and is not gonna see any other woman in her way? Like that's just how it goes. Just like for the men, it's like, seek, seek and destroy, conquer,
No,
curiosity.
I don't. I don't. Now, I don't agree with that part. I don't believe that women are aggressive towards men or should be aggressive towards men. I believe that feminine energy is receptive, and even if you do make that investment, like doing your makeup, your hair, your nails, I believe that you should just sit pretty, and I believe that men should come to you. So I don't want to be mistaken in that. But I don't. What I notice is like, especially like in YouTube or even social media in general, there's like this materialism culture that's saying, get money, catch flights, and all this stuff. But I think it's like anti-feminine. I think it's like feminist. But that's totally different than saying go after a man. I don't believe in that at all.
All right, so I'm glad you said that. So when I said aggressive, so I'm gonna just explain what I mean. So when you're interested in a woman, at first when you're interested in her, you're not gonna get her number. You know what I'm saying? If you get her number, you're gonna say, "Well, I don't text a lot, I don't talk a lot." It's gonna be something of some of that going on. So when I say aggressive, that means that they're allowing the man to seek their attention, not going for the man. So they turn up their pheromones. They turn up their ability to draw men in. They turn that up.
I mean, yeah,
That's
but you also, as a woman, you have to be selective with how much you even receive a man. Like, just like a lot of men, they think that just because they call you, you're supposed to be available and excited, and that's not always the case. And sometimes you can spoil them by answering every call and
hmm
taking every date, to the point where they start expecting that from you when you're not even in a committed situation. You know what I mean? So I think you have to make them get used to appreciation of your attention and valuing your time, instead of just always being available and stuff like that, because you don't want them to take for granted that you are receiving them and participating with them.
Right. I agree. I absolutely
Mhm.
agree with you on that one. I don't think you should make it easy. No, absolutely not. It should always be a challenge. I don't want nothing that's not a challenge myself. Like to keep it a whole band with you. Like I need attention. Like if I feel like it's boring, then that's a problem. If I feel like it's not matching my energy, then that's a problem. So
Do you chase women?
what do you mean chase? Like if I want her, I pursue her. Yeah.
And what does it look like for you to pursue a woman?
Well, first I have to show, leading up to the situation, I have to be in that predicament to be able to court that woman. That's first and foremost. So I already, if I'm at that point, I'm already at an advantage, which I am. But if I'm not at that point, then it's kind of hard to pursue a woman. So with that being said, I'm like, if you ask if I was courting a woman, ask me again. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, so I'm trying to figure out, like, what is your version of pursuing a woman? Because what I notice with men is that what they feel is chasing or pursuing a woman is really no effort at all. Like sending a morning text or calling, in my opinion, that's not chasing or pursuing a woman. Like, you're not
I,
doing anything tangible for me to work with. So a lot of men, what they do in these dating stages is They keep texting you, they keep calling you, but they're not initiating any dates. And they
Right,
expect the woman to say, "Okay, well, what do you want to do? Do you want to hook up?" And then from there, they have the opinion, "Okay, well, she still want to see me, and I ain't even really showed her nothing, so I can give her the minimum."
right,
And she'll still go for that. You know what I mean? So that's why it's important as women to hold out until he shows you something. But men these days, they try to stall you out because they really do want you to do the work because it makes it easier for them.
right. All right, let me answer it now. My bad for you know, getting off track, but I would my idea is I'm big on conversation. I'm big on getting to know her. So pursuing her would be another thing would be consistency. To show that I'm consistent. You know what I'm saying? Just building that part of it. I don't want to be like in and out with if it's just conversation. But we are going out on dates, and I don't want to go out on a date and then 3 weeks after she doesn't hear from me and stuff like that. I want to make sure my behaviors are consistent so that we can start to work towards things like trust and stuff like that. Now, I can't control chemistry and magic. If that happens, then great. But my main focus is like getting to know her because I know the importance of like the person that you're laying next to and you wake up next to in the morning. I know the importance of having real love for that person. You down with someone that you don't have that type of love for. Like you shouldn't allow them into your financial spaces if they don't have that type of love for you. That that that's by luck. That's gonna happen if you find love, and that's also by you making meticulous and careful moves, and also believing in the red flags. So that's my idea of courting a woman. Just basic, the black and white of it. Now, if I go into like just
So so are you saying that you, through conversation or trying to get to know the woman before asking her out, so that it doesn't seem like you asked her out and then decided later on that she wasn't a good fit for you? Is
I,
that what you're saying?
I'm giving conversation to break the awkwardness because a lot.
Right. But
Uh,
then you kind of run the risk of it being like, I don't know if any of you guys have ever had this experience, but sometimes you could build, like with a man through conversation and the conversation be good, but then you get together in person and the sexual chemistry is just not there. And it can put the woman in an awkward position because you do have that spiritual connection, but if you're not sexually connected, then the relationship's not going anywhere. You know what
well,
I mean? So sometimes it is better to be physically in front of someone, just to see if you guys are able to connect sexually. I mean, and not to say have sex, but to see if you have that actual attraction before you start building an emotional bond.
I mean, you right about that, but like a bond like one over the phone is not as bad as having that chemistry when you around them at first and you can't control it, and you done already did something with this person compared to all you did was talk for a couple of hours. I know time is a terrible thing to waste through, but I mean, you lose a couple of hours, a couple of days compared to sleeping with someone and putting yourself in harm's way of STD or having a child, come out of the situation. So I just think like get to know the person, find out if they 730, if they crazy, if they can hold the conversation with you. Do they want to talk? Or you gonna be the only person talking? They never indulge in the conversation. You, if you're a talkative kind of person, well, you have to find out if that person is a listening type of person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think this conversation is important, virtuous, and I also said that luck plays a big part in that because I don't. I know women can claim they know if a man is they want or not, but a man has to dig in. He has to. They have to have full contact for him to say, well, yeah, that's it. Because
Now,
it also looks good.
who do you think is the prize in relationships?
The woman is the prize in the relationship, hands down.
Okay. And so so women are the prize, right? And
Right.
so what I see though is a lot of this kind of flipping of the narrative where men, especially black men, are trying to position themselves as the attainment. And so you hear these, people saying, well, a woman needs to do this to get a man, and a woman needs to do this to get a man, and a woman needs to do that to get a man. Knowing that a woman is the prize, why are men trying to make women feel that they need to alter themselves in order to have a man?
Men do that for their own insecurities. Well, no matter whatever the source of their insecurity, um, a deflection tactic. You know what I'm saying? I can say that because it's childish behavior, and a lot of men grow up and don't let go of childish mannerisms. So I definitely believe it's a heavy doses of that.
Well, I notice with men, like the ones who feel like they are earning money or supporting themselves, or having their own things that they should normally be doing as adult people, they feel like they should be rewarded by women for doing things that they're supposed to be doing. What do you think that's about?
Again, if you want to, if you're not important and nobody makes you, nobody go out their way to make you feel important, what's the next best thing you do? Find somebody that you can make feel lower than you and try to have them get your shoes because of stuff like that. That's how I feel about that. That's why believe that why men do that
So you
because they
feel like so
go
you
ahead.
feel like men are trying to make women feel lower than them.
All right. So when you look at the woman in today's standard, she's higher than the man. Financially, she's making money. She's making more moves in the community. She's more spoke about. She's praised more. So why wouldn't you attack that?
Mm,
It is an attack. So let's be clear on that.
yeah. Yeah, and I think that, but like when I think about just black people in dating and black male leadership, I feel like that type of premise is what's setting the standard for men to be objectified or used or whatever type of issues they have in dating. Because look how you come in. Like if I'm a woman and that's the energy that you're putting towards me, if I have the ability to compartmentalize, I'm gonna put you in a compartment that says I'm gonna take what I can get from him, whether it's material, money, or whatever, because he's not showing me that he's worth anything else because he's trying to objectify me.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that those type of attitudes can get men used, and then they turn around and take it out on women instead of taking responsibility for putting that energy in the air. You know what I mean?
Uh huh. So let me ask you a question. Do you believe? How do you feel about a man calling himself a simp because your boy Chef is ass is big simping over here.
Oh, so what is a simp?
Well, see, it's not my terminology, but what I boiled it down to be, I took it and regurgitated it and made it what I wanted it to be. So if it got to do anything to do with taking care of the women in your circle, because I told your caller earlier that I'm the type of guy that when we go out, I want to take care of all the ladies. like that's in my circle, like mother, sister, auntie, cousin. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And I'm proud to do that. And friends and all of that. I want to do that. I'm that type of guy, just to impress my lady. Like
Hmm.
I'm that old school music, and these dudes is basically just an example. They just trap music. So
I mean,
that
I think that all men, I think that all men are like that in some type of way. I mean, if
yeah,
you're when you talk about these dudes, like I don't know if I guess you're talking about like men in the manosphere or men who are kind of anti that. I think there's some benefit to that too. You know, like you look at content creators like Alpha Male Strategies or BOA or whatever, whatever.
yeah,
I think that a lot of their conversation is just trying to empower men. But in their real lives, you know, a lot of these men do the same things that they preach against. You know, because you're not gonna get with a woman for free. Like you're not gonna just show up and have women fall all over you. Like that's no matter what type of man you are, that's unrealistic. And
hmm
so I think as a defense to this, you know, they come up with all these things to help themselves empower each other. But in real life, I mean, the biggest pimps are the biggest tricks. I mean, you know, that's just the way it goes in real life.
no, yeah. That's why I said I'm proud of it. I'm to simp or not to simp. I'm big simping to please her, straight up. And I ain't ashamed of it.
Yeah.
It's
But I
going
mean,
down.
I think that people should just do whatever they want to do in relationships. But I really just wanted to, I was just coming to put the woman's perspective, especially when it comes to how we choose to, you know, whatever love or whatever and stuff like that though.
I
But
appreciate that.
yeah, so anyways, I guess I'll go back in the chat.
All right, before you go, how do you feel about cuffing season?
About what?
Cuffing season.
What about it?
Do you believe it? Do you think it's real? What do you know about it? You know, cuffing season. Is
I
it? Is,
mean,
you know,
I guess you're referring to like the winter time where you know try to get somebody. And I mean, honestly, with the way that this world is shifting, I think every day should be cuffing season. I think you should find you a person to be with and you know start building and kind of shut the rest of the world out just because we see agendas that are, you know, they're pushing all this LGBTQ stuff. And then when they're not pushing that, they're pushing all this materialism stuff and, you know, all this anti black male stuff. Like, so it's a whole bunch of stuff out there that's going to really be making it hard to find someone to be with in the future. You know what I mean? Because of what we're socialized and conditioned to believe in, just like black women are being conditioned to believing that if they show love to a man, she's a pick me and not worthy of being a woman and all that type of stuff. So as this kind of conversation goes more and more, it's going to be harder and harder to find a real person to be with, you know, because everybody's going to have all these stigmas that they're trying to fight.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I mean, listen, we're not going to be young forever. You know, when you get into your old age, you don't want to die alone. And you do want somebody that's going to conversate with you and change your diaper if need be or take a walk with you. Like, we're
Mm-hmm.
just living in the moment, but your youth is only 20 or 30 years. You're going to be old for the next 40 years. So it's like we have to be a little bit more realistic
Right.
when it comes to Black relationships.
Absolutely. Well said. Appreciate
Yeah.
that, Virtues. I
Okay, I'll see you in the chat.
appreciate the energy.
All right.
All right, salute to the Queen Virtuous Woman TV. Woo. Yo, feel that energy, man. I hope you feel that energy. For real, for real. Salute to her. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Let me read some of the comments in the chat. I appreciate your long and strong. Let's get it. No homo. Alright. I seen that. I seen that. Pick me. Seen that. What? But when you're willing, all right. So start. I'm gonna start there. Oh, I read that. All right. They asked me where the music was. Missed the music. I might play a little snap, see if I can find one. All right. So Donna's question is. Let's read this question from Donna. Que- Question for the gentleman. You met a lady Sunday you are attracted to. She give you her number. How long will it be that you ask her on a date, or do you ask first for a meeting? Um, like sometimes it depends. It definitely depends for me, Donna. I've been on a date to like the Waffle House. You know, it stays open late, and they just serve so much food for a little bit of money. So during the conversation, I had told the person, "No, I'm going to get something to eat, and I'm gonna call you when I get to the Waffle House." And she was like, "The Waffle House is such and such and such and such." All right, I'll meet you there. And it actually ended up like being an awesome like date. Like it turned into something we can laugh about, something we remembered the whole time. Interacting with each other. Like we can always go back to that first night we met at the Waffle House and how she thought it was crazy that she was meeting me. I'm this guy from New York, and I could be a crazy dude, this, that, and the third, and she's meeting with me, but she met with me because it was a Waffle House that she goes to, the hood Waffle House. I don't know if everybody know about the Waffle Houses in the South, but those are the spots. So she was it was kind of, a neutral enough space for her. So I would just, sometimes I always find myself on dates because I'll be hungry myself. And I just tell them what I'm doing, and I invite them, and they say yeah. You know, sometimes they'll like come in their own car, so it'll be like one of those type things. But it's no pressure for me to take a woman. It's no bias. I'll take her out on the first time. I don't know if she feels some type of way for going with me first so early, but I don't feel no way about it. You know what I'm saying? Great question. I appreciate it. The way you two consider a simp, I feel he is just being a gentleman. I also feel that they put them down, actually secretly hating because the simp actually knows how to treat a lady. Absolutely. I mean, when you see a woman that's being simp, so to speak, she's happy, man. She is so happy. I don't know what they see, but that's what I see, and that's what I want to see. If it's somebody I'm trying to be with, I want them to be happy, just like what I perceive to be happiness. You know what I'm saying? Like it, you want a good situation. Sometimes you have to create the situation for yourself too. You know what I mean? Um, I definitely like the interaction with people. I like the fact that people come up and they're outspoken. I don't want you to just agree with me. I want you to tell me I don't agree with you on that, because without that aspect of the conversation, I'm not having progress, and there's no intellectual back and forth. You know what I'm saying? It's just yes, 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 yes. And that's not what you want to hear. You know what I mean? You want to hear bumps and grinds along the way. When you lifting weights and all of that, it's no pain, no gain. Well, exercising your brain, your intellect, it's the same thing. No pain, no gain. You have to be focused on the conversation. That's why I try to keep it involved with the topic. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate the two queens for calling in, tapping in and dropping them gems on us. Definitely dope, man. Ain't it a good feeling, y'all? Definitely a good feeling. Down, put the purple hearts in there. You know, I'm gonna continue to try to deliver. You know, content. I know it was a while, kind of like go with the flow. I actually went live on my other channel, Socially Balanced TV. I don't know if too many of y'all are subscribed to that guy too. But I'm gonna continue to bring the intellectual vomit, the regurgitated love. I'm gonna continue to do my research and all based off my experience come with the content. My narratives, talking points aren't always right? But the fact that you are telling me that they're not right shows me that I'm engaging your intellect. I'm getting you to get the cranks and pulleys and stuff going in your mind. Um, and that's something I want to do. Trust me when I tell you that. It's like you want to know that people are listening. You want to know that they're out there. Word. Once you find that person, I'm here to tell you, ain't no one like the one you got. There ain't no comparing because there'll be nobody to compare them to. You know what I'm saying? We had a house call. We had a queen tap in. I think we did a wonderful job tonight. Cuffing season, we found out is very important to have some sort of interaction with a person. We have people that feel not to have too much interaction. We have some people that feel like, you know, keep them on their toes. And all of that's all good. All of that's all good. We're talking about rebuilding the community. How do we do that? We all trying to have the same sort of values. Um, and not becoming part of the problem by having these situations where children are brought into the world and you'll break up and can't come to agreement to taking care of the child now. You can't find a medium to delegate the time between parents of the children. You see, these is the reasons why I feel like it's important for me to share Survive and Love with you guys because I don't want nobody to go through that. And I can do that effortlessly by just being me and learning from my mistakes. Effortlessly. So indulge, believe in companionship, put honesty top tier, loyalty top tier. You don't have to settle. Sometimes we judge a book by its cover. With the way things are, can you blame me? Can I blame you for that? No. Do I blame you for that? But people work so hard to get where they're at, and other people look at their accomplishments like it's nothing. We have to be careful when we do those type of things because their best might be the only thing they got going for themselves just because it's not what you think they should be as a person. Maybe they are a work in progress and you weren't. That's not nobody's fault. But we have to understand that critiquing is a powerful tool. It's food for thought. Critiquing is a powerful tool. So if a person isn't allowing you to critique them or their food, You shouldn't. You should eat, keep it to yourself unless you pay for it. You know what I'm talking about. You just don't have any more of it. But food for thought. That's on the thug life topic of the you know part of the topic, and love for convenience. Don't love someone because of convenience. Don't stay with them because it's it's the best you can find, or because it's cuffing season and you just want something until we get hot, the weather gets warm. Love for convenience is for young people. It is a thing that exists. It's more a young culture thing. If you're out there really trying to find true love, stay away from that type of thing. Yeah, I appreciate you, Enemy Nation. Stay away from that type of thing. To simp or not to simp, ain't no way that I'm not going to treat my woman. First and foremost, that's not a word that's actually in my vocabulary. I'm entertaining it for content purposes. But if she's mine, ain't no other way she's going to be treated. If I'm hers, ain't no way she's going to treat me no other way. We have to understand what we put value to. You have to sift through the wreckage to actually find parts that actually work still. We have to recondition the state of mind of our people. We have to show them that valuing each other, not being sheer pushovers, but valuing each other is important. They don't fuck with you, you don't fuck with them. That's still slide in my territory. We don't ride with the ops. We don't do that. The ops make themselves the ops. I don't pick my ops. They make themselves ops. Competition. I'm a fierce competitor. Um, but just finding that special someone, you can get lucky. The energy can blow your way. Someone that's not perfect, but just perfect for you. So appreciate that person when you do find them. You know, peace and love, spread love, not hate. You already know that. That's what your boy do. I appreciate you, Donna. If she with me, she already know what it is. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? She already know what it is. I appreciate you coming through. Throw it up, real rap.
Which Frank?
Frank's finished. She coming with me. By the way, how much money do you need for shopping? Haha.
With diamonds and leathers.
Friends that tell me I should leave you alone.
Tell the freaks to find a man that ain't on. Man that ain't on.
Ain't no like the one I got.
No one can do you better.
Sleeps around, but he gives me a laugh.
Keep you with diamonds and leather.
Hey, peace and love to you, Brandy Shaw from Gaddy Culture, the stream too. I appreciate you. Great energy, man. Super great respect to all the kings and queens in the chat tonight. I definitely got something to capture. I can't wait to do it again. You late, baby girl, but always on time. You heard? Always on time. Word. Powerful, powerful stuff. I didn't expect this. I didn't expect to have such a great reaction from you guys tonight on Socially Balanced TV. Interesting. Interesting enough. Different narratives, perspectives, all that. Salute. Let me salute to that. Salute to that. You know, as always, your boy got something nice in his cup. Salute. Serving the love. Salute, y'all. I appreciate that. I really do. Did you have a good time? Did you have a good time? No, I did. I don't know when I'll be coming back again. Maybe soon. Hopefully soon. Good to see you though, Brandy. Last time you caught the end of it, you blamed it on me. Peace and love to you. Great energy tonight. Definitely some great energy. Virtuous Woman is a content creator. I mean, you do me a favor and tap in with her when you get the chance. Donna's a content creator as well. Got a few content creators in the chat. Check each other out. See if you like it. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all coming through. Powerful, powerful conversation. Uplifting, intellectual, all that. Have some new faces, and some blasts from the past, all that. I love you too, Queen. That's a fact. Always welcome. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I appreciate you. Salute to you, Enemy Nation. Till next time. Till next time I go live. Salute, brother. Salute. You know, I'm out here putting that work in, trying to change the community child by child, step by step. You know what I'm saying? Salute. Hope you do the same thing. Salute your takes. Always appreciate it. Uh-huh. Just leave it a little bit. It was fun. Probably gonna cut out on y'all now. Gonna shut it down. We had a good night. At the end of the day, make sure that person's matching your energy. Peace and love, spread love, not hate. I'm out. I'm gonna play this one song again as we go out. I love y'all. Stay great. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Yeah, yeah,
Let's go.
yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah. I heard that she loyal. I heard that she loyal. I heard that she working. I heard that she for you. I heard she pull on you. I heard she got money. I heard she got time. I heard that she fly. I heard she got patience. She taking her time. She keep her appointment. She keep her appointments. I had to take. I heard that she got her own spot. She don't need to stay in my place. I heard that she just want love and affection. She don't want no case. I heard that she just want honesty. Too many lies to her face. And babe, that's okay. Whoa, I get it. Whoa, I beat it. Whoa, let's get it. Whoa, I beat it. She gon' match my fly. She gon' be down to ride. She gon' take a shot from me, man, if she's satisfied. When I'm getting to the money, am I on her mind? When I hit up on the phone, man, is she gonna smile? Yeah, yeah. I heard if I give her a chance, she gon' take it and run up them digits. I heard that she worried the type that gon' make you walk on her, you miss. I heard she the type that take care of her, man, she about family business. I heard she the type you can spoil, you spend a whole check, you won't miss it. The type that you could die in on age. The type that you could put up in a race. The type you could spend a whole day with. Been out looking for her, she run away. Heard that she the type that help you get the pay. Heard that she the type that need what you to pray. Heard that she a little smarter, never basic. I get it. Whoa, I beat it. Whoa, let's get it. Whoa, I beat it. She gon' match my fly. She gon' be down to ride. She gon' take a shot from me, man, if she's satisfied. When I'm getting to the money, am I on her mind? When I hit up on the phone, man, is she gonna smile? Yeah, yeah. You a lifeline. Better yet, girl, you my lifetime. I say follow me, baby, you follow me, baby. And baby girl, ain't no damn guidelines. When I step out, it's a movie. When we step out, need a sequel. Now your ex watching me like a goofy. Heard he's in front row at the Regal. I like a little attitude, baby, show gratitude. Like how the New Yorkers do on 8th Avenue. Hey, how we different? Our difference make difference. And when you around, yeah, you look for some interest. Cause we up, they snooze. Need shots, take two. It's that time, make room for her, my boo. I get it. Whoa, I beat it. Whoa, let's get it. Whoa, I beat it. She gon' match my fly. She gon' be down to ride. She gon' take a shot from me, man, if she's satisfied. When I'm getting to the money, am I on her mind? When I hit up on the phone, man, is she gonna smile? Yeah, yeah.
Peace and love, spread love, not hate.
14th Street behind me, you know what I'm saying? My niggas with me.
Yeah.
My man Al.
We have good.
What do we do? You don't see the loud house outside. Oh, they made us take it in the building. He must have him out too.
Yeah.
Let me see this. Yo.
There's a something that is in my nightstand. I should call it a nightmare. Cause I've been getting there too long. She took me down one side. It's coming with the next step. But she can suck it so good that I'ma call anyone and say I'm that nigga that you love so bad. And since I've been smashing that ass got fat, I know I'm that nigga when I come around. If your man keep running, I'ma lay him down. Oh,
Are you high right now?
I'm just saying this for them.
Right.
Cause ain't no nigga gonna play.
Right.
I'm just saying this whatever.